Not
wrong.
today, no.
Totally wrong. So whatever I said about Great Glen Trails about 5 minutes ago, it's not happened today because that was the old report.
Yeah, that was from yesterday. So,
So
just to clear it up, let's review what we can offer.
Let's not reiterate what I.
No, let's. We do have an incredible offer of 2-for-1 on Mondays and Fridays
I did get something right.
with a coupon.
All right, I did say 2-for-1 Mondays. I did get that one right.
Mondays and Fridays, right?
Okay,
Today
good.
is Saturday,
Right.
and we've got some great skiing.
Okay. Well, how much did you get from last storm?
About 10 inches.
10 inches. So what's the trail network? Where would you head out today if you had, 1 hour to ski? Where would you go?
I think a good call is just skiing out to the cabin. There's some great vistas there, and it's a little heated if you need to go inside and warm up.
Nice.
And just the Great Gulf Wilderness kind of explodes in front of you there. It's
Really?
you feel like you're right there.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so bring the camera, bring some maybe hand warmers, but you said it's also a warming hut type situation, so you can get in there and get your toes warmed. What happened if you're not into skiing? Can you still get out? Because you're holding a snowshoe, so obviously we got to talk about snowshoes. Talk about where you can go on snowshoes on the Trail Network.
Yeah, we have about 20K groomed for skate and classic skiing, and then another 20 open for snowshoeing, although you could snowshoe on any of the trails at any time.
Okay, is there a certain etiquette that you should follow as a snowshoer?
Yeah, you make way for the skiers, and they love it when you don't walk in their groomed tracks.
Okay, so stay out of the tracks.
Yeah.
And as
sort
a
of just off
skier,
to the side, and I think some of the best snowshoeing is not on the groomed trails. It's out in the woods, which they sort of maneuver more like a hiking trail would, if you can picture that. Just narrower, tighter trail that is marked and maybe has been packed or maybe not after a fresh storm. So it really gets the effect of actually using the snowshoe.
Nice. Okay, and you also have the whole map of the area too, so when people are out exploring, they can feel pretty comfortable that they know where they are.
Yeah, they can look at the map on their phone. They could take the paper copy from the counter.
Okay.
Yep.
And when I'm down in here, in North Conway, and thinking, boy, I need a great pair of cross-country gloves, I think of you guys. It's only about, what, a 25-minute drive
25,
to the outfitter shop. What are your hours of operation?
8:30 to 4:30 every day.
And you guys have quite the selection, not only of the gloves that I mentioned, but hats. I've mentioned them before with you guys because I was so impressed by your
Kelly's
hat
a hat
selection.
fiend, that's for
I
sure.
love hats. If I could get away with wearing a hat on the show, I would. But you guys have
ski
quite a
show.
selection. I know.
I'll bring one next time.
I know. I should. But how many hats do you carry? What would be your grand total?
Well, there's probably like 10 different brands that we carry. Actually, just got some in from Nepal.
Really?
Yeah, a good friend of mine did a kayak trip over in Nepal a year or two ago and traded his kayak at the end for these hats. And then he was going to sell the hats back here. So he's been selling them off to the different shops and stuff. And they're handmade by Nepalese women. And it's cool.
That's awesome. And they're variable in your shop.
They're lined
right
with fleece, and they've got the traditional Nepal-looking hat with
now?
little
Do you have
braids.
one? Did you get one? Because I could totally see you pulling one of those off.
They're too warm for the skiing I do, but they're pretty toasty.
Wonderful. Okay. Can you also tell me a little bit about the snow coach? How does it work? How do people get in there?
Right. So the snow coach is a tracked vehicle. It's a van, heated van, that we do guided tours with up the Mount Washington Auto Road to tree line most days, about 4,200 feet, with incredible views into the valley, north as well. I guess we're looking at some right now on the camera. You can get out, take some pictures, jump in a snowbank, throw some snowballs up there. Usually the wind's blowing and it's cold, and you get back in and you're glad that you did.
It's an amazing trip, actually. I've gone with my two little ones, actually, and because there was space in the van, we were actually able to use the car seat for the littlest one that we needed.
Yeah, you have the option of car seat, and they're just putting your child on your lap, and it's definitely something that could be enjoyed by anybody, any age.
Absolutely. Now, did you want to talk a little bit more about the snowshoe that you brought in?
I can talk about the snowshoe or the boot right here.
Okay.
It's really just a prop to talk about the ski shop itself,
Okay.
Which you already plugged. So, but yeah, this is a pretty nice little setup. $149 for the snowshoe.
Nice.
It does have some pretty good grip on there.
Now, what's that made out of, the top of it? Pretty heavy
Right
duty?
here, this is plastic.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yep,
And
it's very durable for changing temperatures and stuff. This is sort of based off MSR's parachute design, so the snowshoe actually floats when you put weight on it
Oh.
on the snow. This is actually your size in a
Really?
women's snowshoe.
You brought me some snowshoes, Nate?
Yeah, just one.
You're Thanks a lot.
This one's pretty cool because it's got a climbing bar here.
Oh.
So the idea with that, all these people that go skinning and backcountry skiing know what it is, but snowshoers typically don't. This climbing bar is so that if you have sustained hills, your heel doesn't have to go this extra 2 inches of travel or 11% or whatever it is.
I guess I'm out of the loop. I've never seen that before.
So it's less work for you, basically.
Very cool.
Climbing hills.
And I know it's also, you know, because my snowshoes date back a little bit more, but they are the newer models, the smaller models. But the crampon on that is pretty beefed up, and it goes all along the length of the snowshoe.
Yeah, it's just, this is built for this style of plastic, sort of one-size-fits-all women's. And there's definitely still crampons like you're thinking of for yours that probably
just
aren't
the
that
teeth
dated.
ones, yeah.
So there's teeth here on the other ones. There's some here. This one climbs well and descends well. It actually, you can get a little bit of slide if you wanted to, because these teeth, when the climbing bar's down, tuck in.
Okay. Is this your main type of snowshoe, or do you carry other types as well?
No, we do only carry the Tubbs brand.
Okay.
We've been very happy with what they do.
Well, they've really dominated the scene. I've noticed in the last 20 years since I've been in this business. They do a great job. So.
And then this is the boot. Let's let you hold it. So.
Wow.
It's
super light.
Very light.
Because it looks beefy.
Yeah, it's insulated, waterproof, down to -1 degrees. So
like
just
that.
for winter walking, you can put a light crampon on there. You know, like January when it didn't snow. Remember that?
No.
We had some good luck just throwing a light little walker on that thing for grip. But it's
that's good for around town with all the muck and stuff that goes on
totally.
too.
You could wear it with jeans. You could
Nice.
wear it out snowshoeing. It's good to go.
What size is that? You just brought one.
I did.
Ugh.
Probably a 7.5. You look like you're an 8.5, 8.
Very petite 8.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. But Nate, did we cover everything that you wanted to get out there about Great Glen Trails?
Well, just, great selection still of cross-country skis up in the shop and clothing, not just hats and gloves, but the whole deal.
And good.
Base layers to...
Base layers all the way from socks. You have the shoes. You have the underlayers.
It's a full-service shop, and we can wax your skis for you, too.
There you go,
On
while
the
you
spot.
wait. Nate, thank you so much. And before I let you go, how are the Olympics running so far?
It's pretty exciting. We do have probably the best chance in Nordic to get some medals under our belts this year. So
What
find
events?
a way to watch. What events? Possibly some biathlon medals. There's the women's team is pretty strong.
Nice.
So
Okay.
the sprints in the women's.
Do you have a favorite
Very good.
event yourself?
I really like ski jumping.
Ski jumping.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't do it personally, but I think it's a really fun one to watch.
All right, cool. I'll keep an eye out on that. Nate, thanks so much for joining us. And folks, you can find Great Glen Trails Outdoor Center in Pinkham Natural or online at greatglentrails.com. We'll be back with more weather and events for the Mount Washington Valley, so don't go away.
Picture this, a stunningly beautiful winter landscape with snow-capped ridgelines and the white